which means if we're doing Barrio Queen and El Bandito Yankee Tequila, that is a perfect spot for our next guest. It is the one, the only, Bob McManaman. You can find him on Twitter, AZ Bobby Mac, and he joins us right now. Bobby, how are you? Jimmy B. and Manuch.
I'm great. I'm happy to be the chips and salsa of your show.
I love it. Hey, you're not an appetizer. You're a staple, Bob. You're a meal, man.
I'm a burrito supreme, man.
With a shot of El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, we while we were doing the show, we always keep up with what you're tweeting out. We saw that Marlon Mack was taken in. Did it look like a leg injury to you? What do you got?
Yeah, as we were heading to the locker room post-practice, he was walking by and his left leg, I tweeted it, looked like his right. It was hard to tell what he was putting pressure on, what he wasn't. But he was in a walking boot up to his knee. It looks more lower leg, like an ankle. Could be a calf. I don't think you put a boot on for a calf strain, though. So, it didn't look good. He was on crutches and getting helped out to go probably get some doctor work. So we'll see tomorrow when John Gannon has his last press conference of camp from State Farm Stadium anyways.
Hey, Bob, I love your other story. The cold tub time machine.
Yeah.
I love it. We used to do that anytime, like 3 or 4 days in, your arm, your legs down. I mean, that cold tub, that is the nectar of life. Bring your body back after 4 or 5 days, man. Trust me, that cold tub
I thought it was something different to write about. Some guys love it. Some guys don't like it. I would never get in one, and I'm hurt all the time. I'm not doing it.
Well, you know what?
And that.
Go ahead.
The cryotherapy stand-up unit, which they had and they got rid of, I guess, because nobody was using it. That thing gets down to 200, 300 degrees below zero. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've done that, and I'd rather have the cold tub. But if you can hang in there from the neck down for at least 3 to 4 minutes. But man, that is so good for your as far as a lot of the aches and pains and inflammation and all that kind of stuff. That stuff, and you know what, Bob? You'll sleep great that night if you're in that cold tub for about a good 5 minutes.
Well, you can have all the cold water you want, Mitch. I'm not getting in that thing for nothing.
I don't blame you. Serious shrinkage, I can tell you that right now with that.
I'll bet you could. I'll get in a tub of tequila before I do that.
Now,
smart man.
Now, you might have some new medicine right there, Bob. Get that tequila in the pores.
That's right.
Hey, what do you with what you've been able to ascertain at the practices? What do you expect to see Friday night? Starters in? Will they play several series? They're not going to play? What do you got?
We haven't got a straight answer out of the head coach, and I doubt we will until we see what happens with our own eyes. But I'll tell you what I hope I see. I hope I see what I saw today in practice, which was by far the most lively, animated, intense, angry, crazed players on the field. They were getting after it time after time today in the 11-on-11 period, and there were scraps after scraps, and I loved it. I mean, these guys are ready to go, and they didn't hold back. It was offensive linemen going against corners and safeties and linebackers and D linemen. They weren't having any of it. They took exceptions to the hard hitting, and coach loved it. Coach Rallis, anyways, the DC said everything was within the rules. You love to see it, and that was by far the most angry I've seen anybody work in a Cardinals camp in years.
Which
is good.
Oh yeah. That was a bunch of caged dogs. Basically, haven't had a chance to go taste the meat because they've been thunder tagging, and then all of a sudden they get a chance to go hit somebody. It's like, all right, it's on.
It was intense.
Oh, well, it should be, Bob. It's training camp.
Yeah. No more Cam Cupcake, fellas.
No. Any fracases break out? Little rough stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was at least 3 or 4 of them, and they all happened within like 5 minutes of each other.
Okay.
It was great. Gannon had to kick a few. Finally, he just had enough and sent all the first teams off the field. Wow. They were going at it. It was all first teamers against first teamers, which you like to see in training camp. You want to see the ones go against the ones to better themselves. And he liked it, but he didn't like it. Alice loved it and told us so. So that was good. There was some other good stuff today, but that stood out by far the most.
You know, it's interesting to listen to Sean Payton in his presser a little bit earlier today and talking about what he expects from his team as far as he's going to play. His guys are football players. They're there to play. He's going to play. It seems as though Jonathan Gannon wants to kind of match that to kind of set the tone or the mantra for this team heading into the year that, if, you know, we're going to play you, and we're not going to be just hanging out waiting for the regular season to start.
Yeah, that's true. And to piggyback off of what Vanderbosch was saying, Gannon's going to let young guys compete, and they're going to play. And if they play well, they're going to overtake some veterans, and that's also different. That never used to happen here. All the coaches that have been here previously, you know, save for a couple instances at certain positions like quarterback, you know, they wait on rookies to develop. I remember when Wisenhunt and that regime drafted Patrick Peterson, they weren't sure if he was ready to be a starter as rookie. I'm like, are you kidding me? The best cornerback to come out in how many years, probably? And, you know, begrudgingly, they started him. they didn't want to practice a whole lot with the first team that rookie year. It was stupid, really. But this is different. Yeah, it's a take on all prisoners. We're not afraid of you. Come match up, and we'll go play some football. Look, I still don't think they're going to win that many games, but they do have a killer instinct about them, and it's spreading like wildfire, and that's also very good to see.
Yeah, the depth chart comes out, and I don't think there's any surprise. I was a little surprised that Hamilton, at least for now, will be the left corner.
Yeah.
And as far as Isaiah Simmons, they got him as nickelback / starter from that standpoint.
Yeah, that's not where he's going to play. He's going to play deep safety.
Yeah, well,
and I think you're going to see JT Jalen Thompson play more of that upper corner slot / nickel safety spot. They're going to keep Isaiah. Now, he did blitz a couple times today in the 11-on-11. But he's going to be the free safety.
Wow.
They're not going to mess around there. I think there's some reasons why they're doing that. I think he's going to be able to do okay there, but you know, it remains to be seen. That's a guy you want to watch on Friday night, number 9. See where he's at. Usually, it's going to be deep. I don't think that's a bad call. It's a way of utilizing his skills, but also hiding some of his inadequacies at this point. Other teams have done that with big, tall, rangy guys. You don't see a lot of 6'4" free safeties in the NFL. There's been a couple. I think the tallest ever was 6'6". But this guy is fast. He can hit. We'll see about his coverage skills, but he's embracing the role. I'll have a big story on him Friday morning. Hopefully you guys can read that.
Absolutely. I just go wherever I see a Bobby Mack story. I'm on it. My deal is okay. It's the truth. Javen Collins. They have him listed now in a 3-4, and they have him outside linebacker. What did you see today?
He's an outside linebacker.
Okay.
He's their edge guy, standing up, and I think he'll be okay. I'm a little worried about some things with his game there. This is just like Isaiah. This is a prove-it year, and he's, it's again a new role. He's done this to some extent before, here and there, on scheme situations and matchups. But he'll also drop back at times in that role. And Kyle was right. They're going to play 3-4 and a 4-3, and they're going to rotate it all over the place. So the role really won't change. But I think you'll see a lot of Zaven Collins lining up on the edge, left or right. Mostly at left right now, but that can change.
Clayton Tune looks like to be what I'm reading here, the third-string quarterback. It seems as though they want to play him, or they've been talking up. And you've even written about that as well, too, Bobby, that they want to play this young man quite a bit and try to get a reps. Get Colt McCoy seasoned or knock the rust off, but has he truly beaten out David Blau and Jeff Driscoll?
Yeah, he already has, in my opinion. He's the backup right now to Colt McCoy.
Right.
He got some reps with the first team again today. And he's been the number 2 guy since camp open. That hasn't changed at all. And again, like I said, he's getting first team reps, so they know, and we all know that he's going to get some time. He's going to get a chance. And I don't know if he's going to beat out Colt McCoy until Kyler's ready, but it's there for the taking if he does extremely well and Colt either gets nicked up or struggles for whatever reason.
Bobby, okay.
Clayton's going to jump right into that.
Okay. Bobby, in your estimation, what does he do really well then that has got everybody so excited?
He can see the field really well. I mean, he commands the huddle from what I can tell. He's fairly accurate on almost all of his throws. He can run. He can withstand. He can hide from pressure. He can move and dance back there. But he's efficient. He's effective. He doesn't wait very long to get rid of that ball. I mean, that's what you want in a quarterback: execution, delivery, accuracy. He's got all that. He's smart. I mean, and look, interestingly enough, despite college quarterbacks these days running the spread and those crazy offenses we all love to watch, he's done a lot of work in the huddle. He said about 40 to 60% of the time they were in the huddle at Houston, which struck me as I couldn't believe it. But so that's something that's good also, because that's what the Cardinals are going to do a lot this year. They're going to huddle. Not that they won't go to the shotgun and hurry up, but he's got history there. That's something he does well.
Man, it's great always when you come on the show. So now, Manuch and I, we've been thinking about what you just said that we should do.